What's up, guys? It's your boy Lyrical. So today is currently Friday, but I caught this trade on Thursday on the 4-hour time frame. Let me show you how I got this trade. On the 4-hour time frame, we could see vividly that market was bullish, and this was the last break of structure to the upside, and I marked this area here as my demand zone and this here as the bottom zone. So markets came here tapping, but it didn't give me confirmation, so I didn't enter. And later on yesterday Thursday, market came here to tap into my demand 4-hour demand zone, and then I went to 1 hour to refine it, and I refined it. This is how I refined it. You could see that this is where the fair valid gap started from. Yes, so after I refined it, price came to tap into it perfectly, and after price came to tap in, this long week candle here was the news that occurred, the news that came out yesterday, Wednesday, the news that came out Wednesday. So this was like an inducement, so I waited, and market has, after the news, market came back, retested the 15 minutes demand zone, but I ignored that because that was like an inducement, so I ignored that. But market was still on my my demand zone, so I look for break of structure to the upside. So to do that, I went on the 15 minutes time frame. On the 15 minutes time frame, you could see that after the news, market reversed back to fill this fair valid gap. This was the the 15 minute demand zone during the news. This one right here. Oh, yeah, okay, this one was the zone. So market came to tap in perfectly, and because that was the news, I waited to see if I could get still internal break of structure to the upside, and it's happened here to the upside, right here. Yeah, so after the break of structure, I look for the fair valid gap, which was I look for 15 minutes demand zone, and at the 15 minutes demand zone, I realized that there's fair valid gap too, so I waited for price to tap in perfectly, and I placed my sell limit order. Although I placed my sell limit order, but I was still monitoring the market in case of anything. Let me see how the market react, then if still I should still be in the market or cancel the order. And market came back to tap in once, go into my direction and reverse back. At this point I was panicking, but as long as I have stop loss, and my stop loss were placed beneath the demand zone, so as long as market didn't break and close that demand zone, my setup is still valid. And I waited, and today Friday, I'm almost at TP. This is 1:5. I'm risking 178 pips to make 905 pips. Yeah, so this how I caught these trades. I hope it hits TP. Yeah, thanks guys.